Hello folks, and welcome to our first episode of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. This is L58, and like I said, this is another game from my childhood that, it didn't have the same impact on me as Final Fantasy 6, but still, very good game, nevertheless. Anyways, we get to name the main character, which I'm going to go with the standard Ryu, which is the original name. Kind of annoying to name that character because you only have 4 spaces, so if your name had more than 4 spaces, you're screwed. And, I think a lot of common common names have more than 4 letters. So, mine's Kevin, and that's 5 letters, so I'd have to go with like Kev. It's just like, why such limited space? It doesn't seem like this game takes up that much memory. But whatever. Sure, there was some reason. So the game starts off with this Metroid-looking eye. It just opens up, and then it says, "I don't have enough strength. Give yourself to God. Pray to God, praise God. You must become God's strength." Alright. Well, it's a strange way to begin a game, if you ask me. Go into this little flashback. And okay. Hey, wait, you, Alrighty. Nap time. Okay. Hey, Ryu. Okay, that's why. Come here for a minute. Guessing Ryu has to be a common name, because we see that in, in a lot of Capcom games, actually. Anyone notice that coincidence? I'm sure I'm not the only one. Anyways, you check your little drawer, and you get a tree pole, which we can use for fishing. What's interesting is every character in this game has their own special ability, and Ryu's is fishing. You can't find useful things while fishing, and later in the game we can even get a special shot by fishing. Then another interesting concept to this game, which you don't really see in RPGs, is that dragon tier in the upper right hand corner. Depending on the color, depends on how they feel about you. Normally the darker the color on the spectrum of the rainbow is the less you're less liked. If it is a brighter color on the rainbow, or even rainbow colored where it changes colors, then the person loves you, like you're their best bud. So that's something to take into consideration. A lot of monsters that talk to you if you have the dragon tier. Oh, I love this song. Just feels so innocent. Anyways, a lot of the monsters you talk to, have it at like dark purple or black. So, there are a lot of interesting things about this game. Anyways, so we find our sister and we have to fight this monster, the beak, which we're not supposed to win this battle. It has like 50 HP, and you could find herbs, which are like potions, throughout town. I think there's like 2 of them. But like I said, you're not supposed to win this, and if you were to use the herbs, you're just going to waste them. So, this is how the battle system works. It is turn-based, which is nice because you can really think through what you want to do. So, when you get down to near death, your father jumps in and casts a spell which we'll see later in the game, but it just seems really weak against a beak. It's dangerous, wasn't it, Ryu? Yeah? Yeah, it was. Oh, thank you. Well, it wasn't like I saw the beak and came after it, kind of ambushed me. So why did your sister come to a place like this? Because she wanted to see Mom? What are you talking about? Mom's been dead for 3 years. If she takes a nap here, Mom comes into her dreams. Okay, interesting. So yeah, another thing to mention about this game, it has a stat called Guts, and if you use it, basically, the higher guts you have, the more likelihood you have of coming back to life after you've been killed. Kind of like a killer instinct thing, where like when you were about to be, killed, and you're just standing there lifeless. If you tap a whole lot of buttons, you can come back to life. Well, this one, it rolls and it does the computer does a roll, and depending on your gut stat, depends on the likelihood of you coming back to life. Pretty cool. Maybe we'll see it. But yeah, that's something you don't see often in RPGs either. Like I said, they had a lot of interesting concepts, and the first one isn't a bad Breath of Fire, but I liked this one so much more and wanted to share it with y'all. I like Breath of Fire 3 as well, but I like 4 better, which is kind of blasphemy because like Breath of Fire 3 was kind of like hailed as like the best. I don't know. I just liked 4's characters better. They just had some awesome characters. Ryu was awesome, like the way they drew him. Anyways. You might have a dream about mom too. Alright. And then they give you choices like this. Would you like to close your eyes? You have a yes or no. Ah, that freaky eye's staring at me. What the? I don't get it. I don't get this. Anyways. A common thing about Breath of Fire is the main character's always named Ryu, always looks the same, and there's always a girl called Nina who kind of has these angel wings, and they're in every Breath of Fire. It's not the same Ryu and Nina, at least I don't think it is. I've only really put a whole lot of time into 2, 3, and 4. There are a couple characters from the first Breath of Fire that make a cameo in this one. So, I don't know, it makes me scratch my head. Anyways, so, now that we've come back to the village, this guy says that he doesn't know us and he's been here all his life. The village isn't big, so that's kind of strange. Just exploring, checking out the house. They have bathrooms, which is kind of rare. Yeah, there are a lot of tie-ins, like you get herbs. There's herbs in Resident Evil. Ryu, Street Fighter. One of the spells I believe is called Sonic Boom. So, I mean, it's just like Capcom was all like, yeah, let's get into the RPG market. Alright, well, let's just... We don't know a whole lot of concepts for spells and whatnot, so let's just borrow from our other games. Which is cool, I mean, they're nice little nods. And obviously Resident Evil stole from Breath of Fire, because Breath of Fire came out before Resident Evil. But teach his own. Resident Evil's an awesome game. It's the first game I ever got for my PlayStation, along with the Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. So, interesting tidbit of information. So, let's go back, and apparently Father Hulk has been leading this church forever. You also have no family? What are you talking about? I just saw my father and sister. I have this dream about this eye looking at me, and then all of a sudden no one knows who I am. Like, WTF, mate. Alright. So we wake up to find this little dog person running around. What a cheap place. I guess I'll take the candles? Seriously, you're stealing a candle from a church? Do you understand the concept of that? You're just like me, right? You act like a poor child getting into the church, then you steal any valuables you can find, right? But this place is worthless. We have to go to a bigger village. Going to another village. How horrible is that? Stealing from a church and then wanting to say, okay, we gotta steal from somewhere else. I don't know, I guess they're both like, what, 4 or 5? I forget what age they are technically, but they are just kids. They don't really know any better, maybe. Alright, so we're finally able to get out of this village, and that was the whole concept. Now we walk through. Sniff, sniff. Oh no, it looks like rain. Good call there, Weatherman. Alright, so yeah, Bow is our first official character, even though he's not in our party right now. Bow's a really good character, actually, breaking him down. He has a really good defense, and he can heal. um, his ability, he can hunt. He shoots a bow, which is really nice. We get another character that can hunt, but their range isn't nearly as good. So bow's good to hunt with if you like hunting. And then while fighting, he has a second ability called Shot, which I don't really like because it's based on your luck to get a critical or whatnot. I rather just regularly attack, but that's just me. I mean, you can try your luck, no pun intended. Alright, so we keep following this strange tale to find a huge monster that looks like it's ready to kill us. Bow, you silly fool, why did you tell me to follow this tale? I should have known better. Anyways, next episode, Breath of Fire 2, we will continue this story. Till then, this is L58 saying thank you very much for